Hi, I'm David DiNardo, and I'm going to take you on a run through of my immune system flowchart. So I'm not the most graphically gifted person, but I gave it my best shot, and I think it came out pretty well. So first, pathogen enters the body. Assuming that you have a tear in your skin, pathogen gets in through the tear and invades the host. So first thing that's going to happen is the macrophages are going to detect the pathogen recognition molecules on the pathogen in most cases. It's just a molecule on the pathogen that is just like screams wrong, does not belong, and is recognized by the macrophages as not human, not friendly, not part of the host. So the macrophage phagocytoses the pathogen, breaks it down, and starts producing cytokines. These cytokines activate the vasculature, they increase permeability and attract the other parts of the innate immune system to the site of the infection. So this attracts phagocytes, monocytes, neutrophils, and natural killer cells. So natural killer cells are usually involved in an intracellular infection. So they would go to a cell that's expressing an incorrect protein from like a pathogen or a virus or an intracellular bacteria and recognize that that protein is from something outside of the body and bind to that cell and then release enzymes inside the cell, causing apoptosis. But those are not, they're kind of their own offshoot. Something that happens in most infections is, as a result of the cytokines, dendritic cells respond and come to the site of infection. Excuse me. So these dendritic cells will take a pathogen, phagocytose it, and they are an antigen presenting cell. They're not the only cell that does it. Macrophages can too, but they're particularly good at it. So they'll grab the pathogen and take it to a lymph node, digest it, and then show it to T cells and B cells, and they'll induce the T cells and B cells to react and mature and identify, react, and then mature to this pathogen and initiate the adaptive immune response. So the adaptive immune response takes significantly longer than the innate to respond, usually around 7 to 10 days, up to 2 weeks. So the T cells begin to mature and coordinate the response of the other cells. T helper cells will help B cells, along with, I believe, cytokines will assist cytokines help T cells mature, and the T cells will help B cells mature into memory cells or plasma cells. So these memory cells are part of the continuing or acquired immunity against the infection, and the plasma cells just churn out tons and tons and tons of antibodies. Now, antibodies are proteins that will bind to the antigen on the invading pathogen and identify it and kind of flag it for the phagocytosing cells to come in and effectively clear the infection from the body.